Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and tonight we're doing Fanboys Anonymous. I have a special guest tonight. Well, we have a guest tonight, LanternAlex from Specture Media.
Hey,
did I get that right?
Specture Entertainment.
Specture Entertainment.
Tomato. All right.
So today we're going to talk about Xbox and PlayStation. Alex here is a PlayStation guy. He loves his PlayStation.
Anonymous. Yeah.
And we're going to try to change him to Xbox. No, I'm just joking. So we were just talking, about upcoming PlayStation news and basically if we should temper our expectations for what's coming and what's been announced.
Very tempered.
Hey, what's up, Darkest Hero? How you doing, my friend?
What's up,
Yo,
guys?
Jimbo, Sev, how you guys doing, man? Welcome to the show. This is Alex. He's decided he's co-hosting with me tonight. I like my PlayStation 2. I just don't agree with their pricing and practice. Yep, exactly, man.
I think that's we all feel like
delusional.
That.
Yeah, I think everybody on the planet is feeling the whole. How's it going, Yo Jimbo? I think everybody on the planet is basically feeling PlayStation's. Cabbage, welcome to the show, my friend. And then, can you see the chat too?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, all right.
What's up, guys?
So I basically think everybody on the planet is feeling the pricing structure of Sony right now. It's hitting everybody in the wallet pretty hard. Like I've said, since I've had my PlayStation 5, I've spent about $1,400 on that experience, and I have just over 70 hours of gameplay. A lot of that has to do with Microsoft keeping distracting me with all these free upgrades. They keep giving them to me. Let's talk about. Yeah, we could definitely talk about the pricing structure. Hey, Jeff, how's it going, man? Not everyone, just Xbox. Okay, well, Jeff, I guess Jeff's okay with. Like I said before, I mean, like the pricing structure can be. I mean, me personally. I understand what PlayStation's doing with faux outrage. I don't know what that means, Jeff.
What's PlayStation?
Fake outrage? No. Jeff, how often do I get outraged, man? I'm not going to get outraged over $10, dude. But they will pay $100 for it. No, I'm not paying $100 for that game, dude. I get like a $2. So Jeff is push square Xbox or PlayStation. I personally am okay with paying $70 for the PlayStation 5 games. If they're going to continue to make what I love PlayStation 4 is the single player first party game, especially with everybody going, especially with all the other developers like Ubisoft and everybody going gosh damn it, live service. Yeah, dude, it's still to me it's kind of worth paying that extra $10 to be able to continue to have that experience that PlayStation makes.
Yeah, Death Stranding, the Death Stranding director's cut is getting a $10 upgrade thing. If you have your PS4 version, isn't it just $10 to upgrade to director's cut or something like that?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like that's worth the price considering how much is in that new version of the game. I don't know if you saw that.
For the Death Stranding, yeah, dude, I have no problem paying for the director cut on there. There's a lot of content that's coming to that.
Yeah. Can we talk about how much we love Death Stranding?
Yeah, definitely. Death Stranding is an amazing game. Neutral.
Love that game.
I'm trying to see what Jeff here is a little bit angry, seems tonight. He's a little bit heated. Why are you so heated, Jeff? Talk to me, my friend. They got Sony about that ghost stuff, just saying. Yeah, so Death Stranding, we do know that they are doing a director's cut for that. Everything that we've seen for that. Me personally, I'm perfectly okay with paying a $10 upgrade fee for that. They're not charging us $30 or making us pay a whole bunch of extra money. It's just $10. Dusty Turtle, welcome to the show, man. What I can't figure out Why is wanting to save money for games? Oh yeah, with the Game Pass and stuff. There's really no.
Yeah.
That's what's going to separate this generation the most, guys. Like Microsoft's model with Game Pass. I used to manage a game store, and like I know, dude. Like I understand just how frugal some of those customers, that I had could be, and like a service like Game Pass is amazing for them. Like you get these moms that bring in their kid with a stack of games and their old console to try to get just enough to barely put down on their dude. It's pretty heartbreacking, man.
Yeah, and those games are worth so much now.
We've all seen that as gamers. We've all been standing there in a freaking GameStop, and we've seen that kid that needs a football with that stack of games. They're trying to trade them all in.
Dude, I sold all my PS2 games. I sold to GameStop. Like I had like every Medal of Honor, every Ratchet and Clank, every Grand Theft Auto, like perfect cases, perfect, no scratches on the discs. You know what I'm saying? Like GameStop would just break those discs and throw them in the trash when the generation was over.
Yo, Jimbo, there's no upside to pay $70 still AAA games. So what new are they giving you for $70? Yo, Jimbo, I completely agree with that statement right now. As of yet, there has been no PlayStation 5 game that I agree is worth the $70 price of admission. I do not believe. Well, Demon Souls is probably the only one that I do not have that I don't have buyer's remorse on. All the rest of them, I wish they would have been like $50 or $60. At least it's not EA bad where they say to get next gen versions there. Oh yeah, dude, sports games, they should not even be trying to sell. They should all be free to play. If you want my honest opinion on those. By the way, Bloodborne Hunters Edition, heard about it. Yeah, I did hear about it. The Nocturne Edition. I'm definitely looking forward to that, but it's still a rumor. So we're just going to have to temper my unrealistic expectations for a little while longer.
There's a bunch of crazy rumors going on right now. Like the studios that Microsoft's trying to buy, there's a bunch of rumors with that right now.
And see, like the rumors are one thing, but I mean, the biggest thing to really look at, like PlayStation is going forward is the fact that they are going to be moving into the PC space. There's nothing that's going to stop that. 100%. That is going to come. If you're a PlayStation fanboy and that angers you, like that sucks. You shouldn't be angry about it. You should be grateful because you're eventually going to get older and you're going to be like, yeah, man, I want to buy a PC and be able to continue to play those experiences because it's not the damn platform, dude. The PlayStation 5 is a piece of plastic. The Xbox is a piece of plastic. They both play games in a little bit different way, but it's the developers that we're there to support and the developers that we care about. Mm-hmm. It's not the platform. I mean,
PlayStation is the place where I learned most developers. I learned what first party games were going to be worth it because of them.
Yeah, exactly, Dusty Turtle. And I know these guys growing up rented games from Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. Yeah, dude, I managed Game Crazy. It was inside Hollywood Video, and basically that was a bonus for us to be able to let our customers rent games before they bought them. And at Game Crazy, we would just open them up and put them in if they wanted to check them out. Anything that wasn't M-rated, we would definitely let them check that out. Jeff, devs are paid by Microsoft, so don't act like it is theft. Yeah, dude, I don't feel like Game Pass is a bad thing by any means.
Microsoft's paying to get their games on Game Pass.
Yeah, so, I mean, Microsoft put themselves in that predicament where Sony can still develop and push, $100 million budgets for games. Microsoft has no choice but to either acquire developers or buy content to put into Game Pass. Both are doing okay. I can say, Sev says, I can say the Bloodborne rumor holds some water because the game's coding is circulating. I definitely believe in that, Sev. I do believe the Bloodborne is going to happen.
Is it a Bloodborne remake though, or a remaster?
Just a remaster. I heard that from what I seen was, don't expect anything but a resolution upgrade and maybe some textures, but basically they're going to stick to a remaster on that.
Do you know how many units it sold? Right, the first Bloodborne. It was around 2 million.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. I mean,
Days Gone was like 5 million, or wasn't it like? Like
I
4
think
or 5
it
million?
was. I don't think it was like super high. I think it was about 2 or 3 million. Yeah. Jeff
Okay.
says, how many
Yeah.
Game Pass people actually buy games? I do, Jeff. If I like the game after I play it, Jeff, I will buy that to support the developers. I do that pretty often, actually.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, maybe some. You are right, Jeff. That maybe some people just take advantage of the Game Pass deal that they pay their $15 a month for, and play them games until they're done playing them, and then they move on, dude. That's not a bad thing. I mean, if you think about it, Jeff, if you buy a game from GameStop and you play it for your 7 days or whatever, or 30 hours or however long it takes you to beat it, say Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart took me 10 hours to beat it. If I was to go trade that in, I would lose more than half of my money right off the top. But if it was on Game Pass, on a PlayStation Game Pass, and I played it and I paid $15 a month for it, like, dude, I'm not out any money. I saved $15 for a game I was going to beat and trade in. Like, that is not a bad thing, dude. Not a bad thing at all. And more people get to pay that $15 and experience that same game. And nobody's out any money, dude. Everybody's still making the same amount of money they should be making. Sev, Jeff, yes, you can. Just don't download the game. Yeah. We do vote with our wallet. We have the opinion to still buy games or cancel Game Pass if we aren't happy. Yep.
Yeah.
Sev, I buy games and have Game Pass Ultimate for PC and Xbox. Yeah, guys, I think Game Pass is probably by far the literal best value we've ever had in video game.
Yeah. Isn't it costing Microsoft money to keep paying these studios?
Not anymore. Not anymore. So you got to look at it this way: Microsoft being a platform holder, every developer pays them 30% royalty when they sell a game. So Microsoft could basically just say, "Hey, man, we'll cut that in half, for every game you sell if you put the game on Game Pass as well." So I mean, there's ways that they can monetize that's fair for the developer and fair for them as well. And like, from the developers I've heard from, they say that it's actually doing them a lot better, because think about it, man. Like, we're gamers. It takes a lot to get us to actually go out and try a different game. I mean, isn't that fair to say? Like,
yeah,
we
man.
get stuck in our
games would be lucky if I give it 2 hours before I decide whether I like it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
there's so many. Jeff, that's a load of rubbish. Actually, sells are up as people try. Yeah. PS5 upgrades take more developer time than Xbox Series X. No, Jeff, you're right, Jeff. PlayStation 5 upgrades do take more time for the developer because they have to rebuild. They have to port the game to a completely different SDK, whereas on Xbox, the GDK spans all 3 consoles. So yeah, dude, it's a lot easier. That's why smart access and smart delivery are freaking amazing features that I wish my PlayStation 5 had. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I love the seamless experience on the Xbox. Everyone I know buys games through Game Pass because eventually they leave Game Pass. Yeah, exactly, dude. You get a freaking pretty fat discount if you like the game too. Like, I mean, Game Pass is great for trying out games. And link me my link if you say so, pal. What's a dev URT server full of BS? Jeff needs to be a guest as well. I know, Jeff. Jeff, we're gonna have to invite you to the next show, man. Next Monday, you want to be on this show too, buddy? Like, I get it, dude. I mean, I've been a PlayStation guy for over 25 years. Alex here, he's been a PlayStation guy, man.
For like 3-4 generations. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not that PlayStation's a bad company, dude. Like, I love my freaking PlayStation. I would not have bought a PlayStation 5 if I didn't love PlayStation, man. Like, I did. I went out and bought one, and I've invested a pretty good amount of money in my PlayStation 5, dude. They don't send me free games. I you know what I mean? Like, I've had to buy everything I get for it.
I think we're in like the decline period of PlayStation right now. We had it with PS3, that decline period, and then it spiked again with PS4. I feel like we're going in the same cycle again here.
Yeah, it's exactly just, and that's
gonna get rocked.
It's basically how it's been like every generation in my life, man. Like, the PlayStation will come out, the PlayStation 2 did really good. The Xbox came out, it didn't really do it. I mean, nobody knew about it, so nobody cared. 360 came out almost a year earlier. Everybody bought that. They got some good games. Xbox took off that generation. Next thing you know, we got the freaking PlayStation. We got the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. The Xbox One came out with the worst freaking the worst, consumer friendly message they could ever thought of at that time. And now everything the Xbox was saying back then, they're actually doing, and everybody's, oh yay, that's great, man.
So, and PlayStation's getting cocky. They think they could just like sit back and like everyone's just going to buy a console and be happy with whatever they give them. Like,
Jeff calling others buyers is like, I know, Jeff, come on, man. You can't be like, if you're going to be one-sided, Jeff, I mean, I don't know. Like, I get it, man. Like I want your papers, not just because you say you are. Oh, there we are. When you let Sony get arrogant, they do dumb stuff. Yeah, exactly, dude. Sony's arrogant right now. They're going to figure it out. It's going to take them. How long did it take them with the PlayStation?
They're still going to be putting out like quality games. Like, they're still putting out quality games no matter what. I mean, dude. PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation games are pretty quality. Like Ratchet and Clank was quality. I got through it too fast. I didn't feel like it was worth I don't think it was worth the $85. Well, I bought the deluxe edition, so I mean that's
Ratchet and Clank's dope though
for buying that. And I see you're trolling every PlayStation podcast. Who is?
Who?
You are Xbot too. I'm not an Xbot, my friend. I like Xbox's messaging right now, dude. It's pretty good. I don't understand why people feel like they have to so viciously defend the PlayStation 5. Like, the PlayStation 5 is going to be just fine, Jeff. Yeah. They've been doing this for 5 generations.
If PlayStation 3 couldn't kill PlayStation,
PlayStation
fine.
3 couldn't kill PlayStation. I don't think a slow start to the PS. Well, technically, you can't even really call it a slow start to the PS5 generation because they did launch with exclusives. Yeah. Ban Jeff already. I don't know how to ban anybody on this app.
No, make him a moderator. That'd be fun. That'd be funny.
Yeah. Come on, settle down, buddy. Stop harassing people.
But yeah, man. I mean, there's still great games coming out.
I know you prefer PlayStation. That's great, Jeff. I appreciate that. Everybody in here, we all have our own little our things. Ban me because I have a different. No, I'm not. That we're not going to ban you, Jeff. Like, we appreciate you coming. Like, that's not the whole point of Fanboys Anonymous. The whole point of Fanboys Anonymous is to break the cycle of worshiping stupid plastic boxes, man. Like, there's no reason to worship either one of them, man. I say that. Why do you hate Xbox fanboys, Jeff? I don't understand the reasoning for that. And fake neutrals, dude. There's not a war, bro. There's no freaking war. That's what I don't understand.
Can we just talk about game length? What's the appropriate length for $80? What's the appropriate game length?
$30. I think 30 hours. Yeah. 30 hours I feel like is a fair.
$1 an hour?
No, because that'd be like $2 an hour. See, Ubisoft games, I more than get my $100 worth when I buy those, so I'm pretty happy with those. He's being antagonistic, different. Oh yeah, I definitely feel like because they are the Knicks. Come on, Jeff. Why you always got to be so negative, buddy?
Because I personally think if you play Ratchet and Clank 3 times in a row, isn't that 45 hours?
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I can't bring myself to go through this story again, though. The only thing that Ratchet and Clank is going to build on for me personally is when somebody comes over and I'm like, hey, man, you want to see this really cool looking game on the PlayStation 5?
Yeah.
I'm like, here you go, man. This is what it looks like. I won't show them anything else. I just show them that because damn sure ain't showing them Returnal, bro. I'm like, oh, boy, I want you to buy a PlayStation 5, so you better check out.
That's a hardcore game,
So watch the Secret Jeff on Netflix. But go after the company that does it best. Nobody's going after PlayStation, Jeffrey. My friend Xbot likes the friendliness and diversity of the company. Sony pony. All Microsoft is doing is literally shit. That's true, Verks. I mean, what would Fanboys Anonymous be without a Jeff, bro? Seriously.
It's a safe place. Right?
Jeff, are you the same? Are you Jeffrey Banks? I just have to ask, man. Like, I appreciate you coming. I do. I mean, talk bad about Xbox now. His tiny brain must go on down. I don't understand why people get so damn angry about something like PlayStation or Xbox.
I see the same stuff between MCU fans and like DC fans with these movies.
Gosh, so bad.
I see the same thing. It's almost like the same exact thing.
Oh yeah, it's like politics. The Republicans and the freaking Democrats. Which one is?
It's just
which
a
one
different
is PlayStation,
scale.
Jeff? Is PlayStation a Democrat or a Republican, buddy?
It's gotta be Democrat. It's gotta be Democrat. It's blue. Democrat. You gotta associate with blue.
Democrats. I don't know, man. There's so many different freaking Democrats these days, bro. Oh my gosh. When I grew up, man, yeah, like I don't know. This shit's out of control. I think a lot of this war stuff, man, does kind of. Hey, Ferg, Sean, how's it going? Yo, what do you think about FIFA 2020? Yeah, dude, I think that's crap price, dude. I don't think anybody should buy that, but people will.
Dude, they should. Toxic neutral sports games. The sports games should be like one sports game a decade. You know what I'm saying? And they just upgrade it every year for a certain price.
And that's my thing, dude, with like MLB The Show, because I've been a PlayStation guy for so long. I buy one every 3 years. Yeah. Every 3 years. Hammer Games, welcome back.
But that's the only time you see the upgrade.
Are you a Republican? Who's a Republican? Yeah. No, dude, I don't care about politics. I think this is garbage. I think the Republicans lead you with fear and the Democrats lead you with anger, so I don't really pay attention to either one of them.
Vote Libertarian. Vote Libertarian.
Pizza party. I vote for the pizza party, dude. You're the only toxic one. I'm here. You can accept anyone who disagrees. Yeah, exactly. I mean, funny because I have a different opinion and I'm the one being attacked. Well, Jeff, you're saying like we get that you love PlayStation, man. I love my PlayStation. Sev loves his PlayStation. We just don't love PlayStation.
I'm a Sony pony. I'm a trophy slut. Like I will play games just for trophies, guys.
I just don't like me personally, I'm gonna pay the price because that's what I do. I if I want something, I'm gonna consume it and I'm gonna pay for it. But like I kind of see, the anger of every. I mean, it's the first year of the PlayStation 5, guys. The $70 price tag is not gonna matter in about a year.
Yeah.
You crap on anyone who disagrees with your wrong statements. You're not being attacked. You're making attacks and expecting no response. You are a moron, man. So go on the show, Jeff, and speak. Yeah, exactly, man. If you want to come on the show, Jeff, I'll send you a link right now, buddy.
Put the link in the chat. Let's go.
Put the link in the chat. Yeah, everybody can join. Yeah, if you can't handle the heat, don't make bold claims. Like Jeff, I don't think anybody in this group right now would dispute that PlayStation does make some of the best looking games on the market, like hands down. I can't deny that, dude. I mean, there's no way. I mean,
game? Holy fuck!
If you've seen The Last of Us 2, the animations in The Last of Us 2, and just the way that game looks, man,
orgasmic.
PlayStation is awesome, but Sony is not being nice right now. Jim Ryan is not doing good. 2 p.m. Yeah, that's kind of the way I feel, Hamu. I kind of feel like
better with Mark Cerny.
Honestly, though, I kind of feel like Jim Ryan is exactly what PlayStation needs right now, because PlayStation going into the PC market is going to need that big bad wolf that everybody can blame for that happening, dude. And that's Jim Ryan, dude. Jim Ryan's the fall guy, and he doesn't care. He's got a big old pocket full of money. He doesn't care. Like. But it'll make it easier.
All these executives that are millionaires,
yeah, exactly, dude. It'll be a lot easier for the fanboys to be mad at Jim Ryan because, I mean, I couldn't see Sean Layden doing that. Just being like all cutthroat like Jim Ryan is like, oh,
Sean Layden was
sending this stuff to Sean Layden, dude. He would have probably been like, hey guys, we're going to start diversifying our income stream and putting our games on the PC, and everybody would have been like, all right, dude, that's great, man. Sony does consumer-friendly things too. This is a fake narrative by the
But wait,
me personally, Jeff, I don't necessarily think it's completely anti-consumer with them raising the prices, especially if they're going to be like one of the only freaking developers left that are still going to continue to make single player first party experiences, like story driven, like I'm pretty okay with that, dude. I'm pretty okay for that for the moment. Dusty Turtle, if Game Pass was so bad or anti-consumer, why are third-party companies putting their games into Game Pass day one? That's a good question, Dusty. They want to make money and they want more people to play them. As a gamer, like during the younger years of my gaming career, it wasn't until I started managing Game Crazy that I was actually able to play a lot more games than I ever normally would have. I usually stuck pretty close to certain genres and certain types of games because it was expensive back then, man. And if you didn't like it, you had to trade it in. They boosted a bunch of PS games, and that goes. Nobody ignores that, Jeff. I appreciate the boost that they gave on every one of my games, man.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Jeff, how many Sony first party games you bought, Jeff? Because I've bought damn near 100% of them. The only ones I haven't bought are like Gravity Rush 2, some of the kiddie stuff, dude.
I have Gravity Rush 2 right there. I gotta finish it.
I didn't buy Gravity Rush 2, but what I'm saying, man, is
I love me some Gravity Rush. Okay.
Hey Andrew, what do you think about Sony putting more money into multiplayer games? Will Sony finally do a decent? I think they could possibly pull it off, Hamu. I think the PlayStation devs are definitely developed enough, but I kind of feel like with them closing so many studios, in the last, few years, that I think they might be spread pretty thin now, guys. Like, I don't know. I mean, I was talking
to what a bunch of studios are making, though. There's like a bunch of studios you don't know what are making.
I mean, I know they've got a lot of third-party deals probably going on with third-party, but I don't know, dude. I mean,
first party.
First party is what people. Yeah. I do look at third-party game deals as not being like a first-party thing or really, But when it comes to like first-party, I know that they probably could diversify and maybe make, build like I know that Insomniac's doing a lot of work right now. They've got like 3 projects that they've been doing. They gave 9 free games for the pandemic. Yeah, that's good, dude. They boosted to, yeah, dude. I definitely 18 people in here and one person hijacked this stream feeding the trolls. I bought Demon Souls, Ratchet Clank, and Ratchet & Clank. I bought Returnal. That is all I have for now, though. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have Astrobots. He's not a real Sony.
Astrobots.
Astrobots.
I have Astrobots. I played that Astrobots for like 5 seconds, and I was like, I'm good, dude. It feels all right. I don't know.
It's for a kid. It's for little kids.
They gave Ratchet & Clank for free and boosted its. Yeah, I mean, Jeff, like, that's kind of the least they could do, I mean, I kind of feel like Xbox is dragging Sony across the freaking, thing, kicking and screaming when it comes to all this upgrades and stuff, because Xbox, is basically doing a lot of that for free. And if you've been a PlayStation fan as long as I have, they've never went out of their way to upgrade a game ever. If it came out on PlayStation 3, they didn't even bring it to PlayStation 4.
They used to believe in generations.
Like, don't you remember Gran Turismo 6, bro? Yeah. It stopped at PlayStation 3 and didn't even try to move forward, dude. Didn't even try.
Because it was the best one, too.
I'm just tired of the entitlement gamers have. Nothing is free. Hey, Jeff, you know what? Honestly, man, if we were all playing on PC, we wouldn't be paying for upgrades, bro. Like, we wouldn't. It's not entitled to expect them to. For new content, Jeff, I don't have a problem paying for that. I mean, it's DLC. For an upgrade to a new system that they just sold me, dude, they should be like, here, thanks for buying my new system, bro. Here's your upgraded games. This is the first generation that Sony has ever offered an upgraded experience to the next gen, Jeff.
They used to believe in generations.
They used to believe in straight generations.
Yeah.
This is the first time they've ever done this. Only a glorified tech demo for. Yeah, that's very true, man. They just wanted to. I do like some of the features of the DualSense. I'm not completely sold on it for the most part. It is by far the best PlayStation controller I've ever played in my life. I think the reason why Sony is charging and adding content to boosted games is to hide the long getting boost to work. Yeah, that might be true, man. Honestly, this is the first generation that I can ever remember PlayStation ever giving us any kind of upgrades for any PlayStation first party game, guys. Like maybe I might be wrong, but I don't remember it, guys.
I still got to go to PS3 to play Resistance. You know what I'm saying?
No, they did upgrade God of War, didn't they? But I had to buy the whole game again, man.
Yeah.
They did do God of War 3, but I had to buy another copy.
Yeah, remastered. Pay $60 for your remaster.
I guess they do remaster them, but
they're gonna do it again for Last of Us, the first one. They're gonna do it again.
You call it entitlement, but I call it, yeah, dude, good customer service. I call it, me personally, I call it respecting my investment in their ecosystem. That's sounds fair to me. I invested the money in these games. I buy them digital. I can't trade them in. I can't do nothing with them. So except for play them. So when they upgrade them, it's pretty awesome. And then go on PC. Most of the games on Steam is straight trash. A lot of the same games that we play everywhere are the same thing, bro. Like they're everywhere. Xbox changed my mindset to want and expect better things. That's true, man. I mean, I hope they keep it up though, because Xbox has been known to screw shit up too, bro. I mean, they did that with the Xbox One. I really do hope they keep this up. And I really hope that, honestly, it doesn't lead to lower quality games coming to Game Pass, because that's a possibility. I don't want that to happen. Jeff, if you could make a logical argument without getting into your feelings, I would take you much more seriously. But as it is now, you are just a drama queen crying on a stream to get over it. Oh, gosh. Hey, Andrew, do you see 3 dots next to people's names in chat? I don't. Oh, yeah, I do. I have to click on it though. Mm-hmm. Or shouldn't be upset because I'm getting attacked by you and others, Severin, because I think a $10 upgrade isn't outrageous. I don't think a $10 upgrade is completely outrageous, Jeff. Like I do kind of feel like if the game came out within a year of the PlayStation 5, Jeff, I do think that it should be a free upgrade. Because it takes more than a year to upgrade all of that. They should offer that as a, hey man, that's how you ban. Okay. I could put them in timeout, but
I would like to talk about a topic here.
Yeah, I guess I could put them in timeout for a minute. Hey Jeff, I don't think that you're wrong. For having the feelings that you do, okay? Like I'm not saying that Sony charging $10 for the extra work is a bad thing. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I'm not saying that your feelings or your things are wrong by any means. I'm not going to ban you. I'm going to leave you just the way you are, because this is Fanboys Anonymous, and that's what this whole show is designed for. So, but we are going to move on to topics. So if you don't have anything else nice to say, or you like, I would appreciate it if you would just watch the rest of the show, or interact without, with everybody, interact without making it's not locked. Got is a native PS4 version. You paying to get a PS5 upgrade. You are paying for features you already have because those features. Yeah, Sev, he's hijacking this chat. Alex came to talk about topics. No, Jeff. Yeah, so we're gonna move on from Jeff. I mean, if you guys want to chat with Jeff throughout the rest of the show, that's fine. I mean, I'll let you guys handle that. I don't completely disagree with you, Jeff, but I don't completely agree. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and then we're gonna move on. So, what did you want to talk about, Alex?
I have no idea. no idea.
So, all right. Have you ever bought an Xbox, Alex?
The first one. I actually have the first one. Yeah.
So do you have any desire to move over to like an Xbox Series S or an Xbox Series X?
I was actually thinking about Series S, the digital version of it.
Okay.
Because fucking Bethesda and all that was really alluring me. The studios are signing and stuff.
Well,
and a digital version, I just want to play the exclusives. I feel like I'll play everything else on PS5, honestly, but still, Game Pass would be nice to try out a game I'm not sure about. That'd be nice to use that. But I still get PlayStation Plus with the free games, but some months the free games are shit. So it's like you're out a month.
Well, hey, don't feel bad, dude. Whenever I get a PS Plus game, I usually bought the game day one when it came out, so I already have the game. So it sucks, man. I literally pay for PS Plus to keep my damn saves in the cloud, bro. Mm-hmm. Xbox doesn't charge you to do that either. You don't have to have gold to keep your
Xbox
saves.
Xbox was always ahead on the online. They were always ahead.
Dude,
on
Xbox's online is pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I look at it this way, dude. If you're a PlayStation fan, then you're it's not that you're a loner, but you enjoy
I enjoy single player
gaming experiences, single player, dude. You enjoy single player experiences.
It was my Fallout 3 machine. PlayStation
exactly.
3,
and that's not a bad thing. Like that's the whole reason why I had always been a like a PlayStation guy, because I like to play I didn't really care about online, and Xbox is the one that really brought online gaming to the forefront, and seeing as I only bought Xboxes for, just basically to have them because I was interested or curious in the technology. I never really got into the whole online thing. Steam has cloud saves. Yeah. Steam. We know.
I used to play multiplayer games on LAN parties. You get a bunch of computers in a room together in high school all the time. That was my best multiplayer experience because you could actually yell at people that were in the same room. I mean, that was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started to fizzle out of multiplayer after like Modern Warfare 2.
Well, see, I never
started to fizzle out.
I never got into it because we always had because I would always I never did the whole LAN thing or the LAN thing. It was always sitting on the couch with split screen, dude, and I couldn't do the split screen.
Yeah, you would just take the other person's controller and throw it against the wall or something. I would always fuck with somebody next to me and push them.
Yeah, Hamu, PS and Xbox should have free online multiplayer, and not only free but cross.
Yeah, to at least play.
Yeah, dude, crossplay should be a thing now. PlayStation would probably increase their brand awareness, or not brand awareness, but online presence if they would just support crossplay with everybody. It would just make more sense for PlayStation to do that going forward. That's
why they bought that PC porting studio. That everything's going to PC now, so I feel like that crossplay thing's going to be coming.
Yeah.
At least between
between PlayStation 5 and PC. If you really think about it, though, I mean, I can see PlayStation's reluctance to move into the cross-play with everybody else, just because, like I just said, dude, if you're a PlayStation player, you're basically into playing games at home
Death Stranding.
With like Death Stranding, bro. Death Stranding is an amazing game.
They knew what audience they were targeting, dude.
See, I looked at that game and I thought, I was like, dude, Hideo Kojima, it's gonna be good, and like I was in right when I saw that game.
I mean, dude, even the online functionality was like my favorite part of it because I didn't really have to interact with people. I just saw their stuff, and took some of their stuff. That's great.
Hold on, there's something in here. Up to PlayStation 3, Sony did have free online play. After that, PlayStation 4 is when they started charging for PlayStation Online.
Oh yeah, that's what made PS3 have that uptick. When it came back. They had free online. That was a big draw to it. But yeah, the online was crap on PS3. It was crap. The PlayStation Store was horrible on PS3. I think we all remember those nightmares on that PlayStation Store.
Online, PlayStation's online was so freaking bad, and PlayStation.
It was so rough for a long time. Yeah.
I remember buying when that PlayStation 2 came out, and that first, I think it was a Final Fantasy game. It was like Final Fantasy Online, to where you could buy the hard drive, where you needed to buy that 40 gig hard drive or whatever to play that game.
Yeah.
And the LAN adapter, like the LAN adapter or something for the back of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was freaking expensive, man. Like I don't know if anybody remembers that.
I don't remember that. That's how long ago that was. Yeah.
In terms of PS Now, Sony should really improve PS Now. Yeah, I think that even if Sony was to just put their first party games 3 months after launch into PS Now, it would be pretty popular.
I think they're going to invest more into PlayStation Now because streaming is just the future. Like they don't want you to have storage on these consoles. They don't want you to hard download anything. They want you to stream everything.
Well,
so I don't. PS Now is an obvious thing. They're
until because I already know, like I pay for unlimited internet, and it's expensive, man. I'm paying like $400 a month for that and TV, bro. So I mean, just to have unlimited internet. Oh man, for all the streaming, dude, that flight simulator this month is going to take up a lot of freaking data. I was reading somebody talking about it, and they said just a few flights, they were already at like 10 gigabytes, man. So that's intense, man. If they're streaming in the whole freaking PS Now cloud, games have been boosted to 1080p and has less latency issues.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I was going to go that direction.
I was a PS Now subscriber for about a year. I subscribed to that for about a year.
How was it?
It wasn't that great, man.
I don't have it at all.
well, by the time I had subscribed, I'd already bought everything I was going to buy on the PlayStation, basically. Because you could download PS4 games, but not PS3 games. So I basically already owned everything I was going to buy on it, and everything else I was getting on. I would get on the Xbox. So yeah, about a year with that. I tried playing some of them older PlayStation 3 games that I never really got around to. Like Wet and the last Grid Autosport that they put on there.
Yeah,
some of that Grid ran pretty good. I mean. And I have gigabit internet, so it's not like I was getting and my PlayStation was linked, to the Ethernet. So I mean, I was getting pretty decent speeds. I don't think it was completely terrible, but I feel like I'm if you had to put xCloud up against that, it was about the same experience, man. Dude, to tell you the truth, they both have a lot of latency in them on the racing games. The other ones. It just depends on the game, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. It's going to get better as time goes on. But do you remember that console on live that tried to come out like years ago? And it was just going to be streaming games on this like little like console thing.
Oh, that Ouya or Ouya or something.
It was before that. It was a long time ago. But yeah, you need great internet to play this stuff anyway.
Oh yeah, dude.
But we're getting to the point where that internet's becoming like.
Do you think the mobile rumors that Sony was bringing popular franchises I don't think that's the case, Hamu. I don't think they'd be bringing certain things to mobile. I don't think they're doing that unless it's going to unless it's like an app on a Sony phone. It's not. I don't think that's the case, man. Yeah, I didn't pay $1,700 for a TV to play 1080p for sure. Exactly, man. I don't know. I mean, like I do kind of feel like I don't necessarily care for like streaming my whole game, but when it comes to like Flight Simulator, being able to have a native version on my Xbox and then streaming the whole damn planet, that's pretty exciting, man. Because like if your console is running all your visuals and everything else, and then you're just streaming data from the cloud to populate the world, like that's pretty intense, man. Like I'm like. Went back to play the cloud PS3 games and had little complaints. Search it if you want to see it. Maybe I'll download the PS Now again and give it another shot because I do speak pretty highly of Game Pass, and my experience with PS Now, I had it for about a year and I didn't find the experience to be what I wanted in an experience. But yeah, dude, I'm more than willing to try it out again. I will do that.
I always go to the deals. Yep.
Sony's going to be moving to Azure. Yeah, they did sign a they did sign a thing with them, so yeah, that is possibly going to happen. No issues with cloud gaming. I just saving. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Kevin Sims, welcome to the show, man. Is the PS Now streaming better due to my? Yeah. Now that it's running on the Azure cloud, maybe. I don't know. Like, the only thing I've streamed the X Cloud on is my phone, and the latency between that and the controller I was using, because I was using my Elite controller with it. In games like Forza Horizon 4, you could definitely tell there was latency in that drive or Dirt Rally 2.0 and WRC 9. You could or WRC 7. You could tell there was definitely a lot of latency in the racing games, because I'm a much better driver than that with a controller, and I couldn't steer those cars for crap.
Yeah, you went to the racing games.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a big sim racer. Pretty much ever since I bought my my sim rig and stuff. I've always played racing games, basically. I mean, those are the games that I could literally sit there the longest. Gran Turismo, thousands of hours of Gran Turismo over my life, man.
Hot Pursuit.
Yeah, like the Hot Pursuit ones are pretty good.
Arcadey. Okay. Yeah. It's a premium experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd see where you're going with that one, Jeff. Microsoft spent millions on cloud servers. Just think they'll have issues. Yeah, if you don't have good enough internet, dude, streaming is not for you. You need at least 40
hard copies.
You need pretty much. You need good speeds, man.
Yeah, and upload speeds gotta be good.
Yeah,
insane.
But $2,000 PC, PS5, $400 PS5 equals $400. I get caught up with the Microsoft is setting the foundation. Yeah, guys. I mean, like, everything that Microsoft's doing is the long game. I completely agree with Jimbo on that. Like, it is the long game, dude. And everything they've been doing through the Xbox One generation was the long game. Buying games or buying developers and stuff. Like Bethesda. Like, I'm okay with that, dude. Like, I like Bethesda. And I'm glad that Microsoft bought them, because if anybody else, like Tencent or anybody else, would have bought them, who knows what would have happened, man. They probably would have got cut down or something else, but Microsoft needs that content in Game Pass. So yeah, dude, we're going to get good.
What do you think about Xbox possibly buying like WB Games and you just have Batman on Xbox?
So if, see, that's the thing. Like, I would be okay if they bought them as the studios or whatever. Like, that's fine. I think they should, actually. But when it comes down to it, Warner Brothers Studios are using Warner Brother IP that Xbox would either have to rent out, kind of like the MLB. So they possibly would have to make it multi-plat if they did. I mean, I'd be okay with that if they bought them and rented that IP, and Batman and everything came to Game Pass and then still went to PlayStation. Yeah, dude, I'd be happy with that.
Because how do you feel about that? I don't like the idea of like a game like Outer Worlds that was on every console is now just on Xbox. I don't like that idea.
Outer Worlds.
The sequel's going on just Xbox now.
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's kind of like bullshit.
It would have to make sense. Like, me personally, Starfield should be exclusive to Xbox.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls
6.
Come on.
Maybe a timed exclusive on Xbox and then go to PlayStation 5. A year later. I'm okay with that. I personally wouldn't be upset with that, because I don't care, dude. I don't got a horse in this race, dude. I don't really care.
Got everything.
But if both of them are doing good, then that means we're going to get better competition. We're going to get better stuff. Because if Sony PlayStation is out there kicking out freaking top-notch, high-quality, best games you've ever played games, and Microsoft's putting out Game Pass fodder that everybody says, yeah, dude, nobody's going to buy Game Pass anymore because it's going to be crap, dude. If there's nothing good to play on it, it's not going to be good.
They put tons of games on Game Pass, though.
Yeah, so I mean, like, the games coming from Microsoft, you can definitely believe that they are going to end up being quality games. Let me see if I missed anything. I love my PC. I don't deny it. So what is... When it comes to oh man, I almost forgot. When it comes to like services like Game Pass, or Stadia, I had one of my somebody in my comments asked me to try out Stadia. I haven't got around to that yet, but I'm gonna check it out. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't trust Google as a platform to buy games on. So, I mean, playing Destiny 2, like I'm basically already over Destiny 2. I have no desire to go back and play any more Destiny. So, I mean, it's kind of a waste of my time to go into Google Stadia to play this, because I don't want to play any more Destiny at this point. I don't think God of War I don't think we're gonna have another God of War after the next one that comes out. I think they're gonna be done with that franchise for the most part.
Really? I mean, sales figures don't lie, dude. I mean, if they get a lot of people that buy this God of War.
Yeah, but I mean, if the way I think it's gonna go is Kratos, they're gonna kill off Kratos. I don't know, man. I kind of feel like Cory Barlog is basically done with the God of War thing and wants to move on to something else. I mean, he's talked about it. He wants to try something else. So I could definitely see him shelving God of War for a while, or maybe putting a second team on it.
They probably would put a second team on it.
I mean, me personally, I'm kind of okay with God of War going away and them doing something new. I would like to see something new.
Yeah. Definitely from Santa Monica.
I mean, Santa Monica is a good studio, dude. All of them, all the PlayStation first party studios are good. What do you think about all the woke stuff they're bringing in, Alex? Like all the
like the Naughty Dog on
Naughty
Abby,
Dog and its wokeness.
Its wokeness, I didn't mind the wokeness.
See, I don't think God of War was woke.
Not at all.
I mean, Returnal. I mean, I guess. I mean, you could kind of call.
Is that because we got a female character? If it was a dude character, would people be
just because she looked like Hillary Clinton, dude?
Yeah.
You love Hillary, man. We're gonna make her look like Hillary. I was like, oh gosh, man. Well, let's see. Is there something I haven't mentioned? Best combination is PS5 and PC. I don't know, man. I like my Xbox Series X. I think it's great. It looks so freaking cool.
Oh yeah, if you can get like PC. a $2,000, $3,000 PC, do that, because that will last you like a decade.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean,
you might as well do that.
I mean, I do get that $500 for an Xbox or $1,500 for a PC.
And PC lasts you longer.
Numbers of people buying Sony consoles compared to Xboxes. You're wrong. I kind of feel like I don't know, guys. I don't know how I'm really taking the whole sales figures of the PlayStation 5s and the Xboxes. Because it sounds like both of them, right when they hit the shelf, they're both sold out. So I don't know. I mean, you got your people out there saying that they're 2-to-1, but you've also got Sony PlayStation bigwigs saying we need to redesign it because we're having a harder time getting shit to put them out. So, I don't know. I mean, like, and Xbox is like, oh no, the design's going to stay the same, and they'll just keep kicking them out, bro. So I don't know. I don't know if that's really true. Microsoft could be selling exactly as many Xboxes as PlayStation's got out there right now.
Yeah, I saw some figures from last month.
I haven't seen anything that's convincing enough to believe that that's just how it is. You?
I saw some figure last month that Nintendo Switch was selling better than both of them.
Oh yeah, dude. The Nintendo Switch is selling everything, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to buy that new Switch. I mean, this one here is getting pretty old.
But yeah, that's a console that doesn't have their fucking exclusives on anything else. The only way to play Nintendo games is Switch.
Oh yeah, dude, and the Switch. I mean, like Breath of the Wild, the new Metroid. I mean, there's some games coming out that I'm gonna have to play on there. So I'm definitely gonna buy that new OLED Switch, regardless if it's gonna do any kind of thing to upgrade the experience. I'm hoping they'll use that Ethernet port in the back of the new dock to let me stream better visuals. I mean, at least
nice.
I think that'd be cool. Like Microsoft is doing with Flight Simulator. I hope that Nintendo can do something like that with the new.
Seems like Nintendo's catching up though. Like it felt like for a while Nintendo was way behind these consoles.
They are, dude. With the new generation coming out, dude. The Switch right now, Switch 2 is really gonna have to crank
always
up
playing
the power,
catch
dude.
up. Yeah.
I mean, if they could, if the new Switch hits at least 1440p consistently, docked, I'd be happy with that, man. I mean, Nintendo games at 1440p with more memory and everything, that would be fine, guys.
Most of them are cell shaded anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Cell shaded games don't really need super high resolution, but still 1440p does look a lot better than 1080p on a 4K TV.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
The Kraken SSD was the fastest. So let's talk about Kraken for a minute. Thanks for the point there, Jeff. So I watched Mark Cerny's little thing again the other day, because the last time I watched it was when he first did it. So I watched the whole thing that he was talking about, and
the SSD.
I think Kraken's supposed to be like 8 or 9 gigabytes a second, but then they were also talking about Oodle or Oodle doing something else to expand it even further than that. It doesn't matter. Like the fastest you can I don't understand, guys. Like even if you can load a game in 1 second, dude, that's still 1 second. If it's an instant load, it's an instant load. What else is that doing for your gameplay experience, dude? I mean, if it's instant, it's instant. It can't get any better than instant, right?
I think the best example of that was like that Spider-Man Miles Morales, where it would load into like the world when you're going out of the building and into the world instantly. Yeah. Like there was no fucking like latency, right?
Oh yeah, dude. There's I mean, like I've played Miles Morales, I've played Ratchet and Clank, I played all of these. Yeah, dude, the loading times are amazing. Yeah. They're not that much worse on the Xbox by any means, dude. Xbox loads shit.
These are like the same consoles. They're very similar.
I mean, like the PlayStation's SSD is definitely faster on some things, but on some games, third-party games, dude, they're about the same, man. They load the exact same. So unless everybody, Phil going on Twitter slamming Sony for selling games full price on PC says their competition.
Phil, that the Xbox Phil guy.
I just picked that up out of the feed, Jimbo. I just didn't see, but you could prefer consoles. I gotta stop. Yeah. So
I mean, the only reason I prefer a console is because like I can play it on my couch.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it.
I
can set up my PC to do the same thing, but
Yeah, exactly. I grew up playing console. I mean, like my Nintendo Entertainment System was the first one I ever had. So I've always been more partial to console, and like playing games on a controller just feels more natural to me than trying to do like keyboard and mouse. Hey, East, how's it going, man? Welcome to the show.
I could do it if I need to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know if, I mean, like I know I'm going to get a PC because I like the sim race, and I can get a much bigger variety of actual sim racing games on the PC as opposed to console. On console, my options are basically Project Cars, Assetto Corsa, Gran Turismo, and Forza. I have basically 4 choices. But when it comes to PC, I got iRacing, I've got Automobilista, I've got Beam and G, like so many other different types of games that I can play.
Well,
oh yeah. What about you? I mean, like, would you even try to So we asked you if you were going to buy an Xbox, and you were talking about a Series S. So a Series S for $300.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Right?
Like $315, you get access to all Microsoft first-party games.
Yep. With
Bethesda being that for you. Are you playing on a 4K TV?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So and you have a PS4 Pro?
Yeah.
So the experience visual wise on the Xbox Series S is going to be is going to be comparable to a PS4 Pro. So when you get a PS5, the PS5 is going to be doing a lot more of like 4K and stuff. So there you're going to notice like a major difference. On some games when it comes to that. There are some games that will hit 4K on Series S. Like Ori and the Will of Wisps, I think it was 4K 30. There's Falconeer that's like 4K 4K 60 and 4K. But certain experiences, but most everything is going to be right around 1440p to like 900p.
I've played on my friend's PS5 on his 4K TV, and it's only a 60 hertz. And I could still tell the difference. Like, it's still sizable difference. Like,
dude, just playing
Demon's Souls look goddamn fucking gorgeous. Like,
yeah,
incredible.
even playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 60 frames a second was definitely like, oh my gosh, Microsoft is a million trillion. Yeah. Cracking the compression allows more data and memory than the Xbox. Yeah, you're completely right, Jeff. You're completely right about that. It does allow more memory in there, and like I'm not saying, I mean, like, but Jeff, honestly though, doesn't that just make the PlayStation 5 a one-trick pony? Like I was talking about the other day, if the best feature of the PlayStation 5 is the loading, yeah, dude, it's going to load everything fast. But Microsoft with Azure Cloud is going to be able to stream the whole freaking planet to a game while you're flying a plane. You fly from America to China. It takes literal 14 hours. I mean, I don't know. That's coming out this month, Jeff, and that's honestly what I'm reserving my feelings on the next gen of Xbox is that game, dude. If that works, if that game works on my Xbox One or Series X and delivers the experience, with a decent visual, like the 4K that they say it's going to be, I that's going to be pretty impressive, Jeff. I don't think it's going to take a while for PlayStation 2 to deliver something that next gen.
How much does cross-gen affect the actual game performance? Like, if you have a game on both PS4 and PS5, doesn't that affect it? If it was just
okay, so PS4 and PS5, because of the FPS, is going to be a little bit different. If you're like, say you're playing Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare, you're playing with your friend on the Pro, and the best they can get is like 60, and then you're playing on the 120 hertz mode. You're gonna have way better movement than they are, dude. They're gonna be like at your mercy, basically.
So there is a performance gap there.
Yes, there's definitely a performance difference on a lot of those games,
as opposed to just having an exclusive PS5 game that just runs on PS5. That's the only place you can play it.
Yeah,
those games be running great. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be back in a second, man.
Yep, go ahead. I don't know, Hamu Games, if Microsoft will put Flight Sim in xCloud. I mean, that's possible. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would. I guess it could possibly work. I know that they are using xCloud. I know that they are using xCloud for people to be able to stream Xbox Series X and S games to their Xbox One and Xbox Xbox One X. So technically, yeah, you'll be able to play Flight Sim on xCloud. Oh man, yeah, I don't necessarily think that. The financials of Sony says people don't care about anti-consumer. Yeah, that's true. I mean, to a lot of people, what Sony's doing can seem anti-consumer. To a lot of people, it just seems like, yeah, they're at least they're doing it. A lot of people have that feeling too, man. Like a lot of people are feeling like, well, they're upgrading it, so yeah, that's a good thing, that I'll pay for that. And I mean, it is what it is. Like, I'm gonna pay for my upgrades because I want the best version of that damn game on the best version of my console, Yeah, PlayStation made double that. Microsoft is currently investing heavily in building a long-term fan base that PS5 already had.
Guys, I'm telling you, we're going to cycles. We're going to the cycles here. Xbox gonna win this generation. All right.
Yeah, I think Xbox. I don't necessarily think Xbox is going to completely win this generation because we haven't seen what PlayStation's going to bring to the table first party. Yeah. As it sits, I mean, you can say that the journalists have heavily favor Sony. I mean, whatever, but I've never not enjoyed a PlayStation first party experience for the most part. Like I've always had a good time with most of them except for Returnal.
I haven't played Returnal.
I mean, and that's basically like, yeah, they do make some pretty damn good games. I mean, obviously it's kept me coming back for 5 generations. Even though Xbox is doing everything right, I still got a PlayStation 5. So at the end of the day, yeah, dude, I kind of feel like Xbox is definitely going to I definitely feel like they're going to win back a lot of the market share they lost with 360. It's definitely going to be a lot closer generation this time around, where Sony makes up for that unbelievable SSD and stuff. Microsoft is going to make up that with cloud streaming, dude. They're going to. I don't know, man. I don't want to keep like, like, oh yeah, Microsoft's going to be doing great and stuff, but once I see how Flight Simulator runs on my Xbox Series X, bro, when I got it hooked up to my internet, that might seem more next gen than anything I've felt on the PlayStation 5, to be completely honest. And just imagine, if they can stream in the whole planet, all of Earth, dude. I mean, like the biggest game we've seen, like there's been some pretty big games out there, some pretty big maps, but we're talking about the whole damn planet. I mean, that's big. But what if they use that same streaming data for like really highly calculated, NPCs, bro? Like, what if these NPCs, could actually like live a full life, dude? Like every day is different, dude. They're not just doing the same shit when they walk to the basket in an Ubisoft game.
They're people, and they start thinking for themselves.
They start doing shit, like they're out there like doing people stuff, and that's all streamed, from the cloud straight to your game while you're playing it, without your Xbox having to do anything but, dude, that technology is freaking endless. And like, I didn't really care much about it when Microsoft was talking about it for Crackdown 3 or whatever. But then once I mean, like we've seen this actually working right now on the PC with Flight Simulator, dude. It actually works right now on the PC. So if this works on the Xbox and the experience is still pretty good, I mean, wow, dude. Oh yeah, Xbox is already better than Xbox One, no doubt.
Dude. Yeah,
way better. But beating PlayStation, I don't think they're gonna win this generation by any means. I think it's gonna be a lot closer though, for sure. Definitely a lot closer.
We're still both gonna make a shit ton of money. Like, it's not like we're feeling bad for these studios here. We're not feeling bad for these companies.
We need them. We need both of them this generation to be good. So more channels. What's it? The SSD has 6 channels versus 2. The CPU. Yeah, Jeff. Nobody's saying that it's not fast, my friend. Yeah,
no, it's slow. It's slow. You can't even run fucking Mario Brothers on it.
Efficiency is just a fancy word for speed, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've seen Ratchet and Clank playing on my PlayStation 5. Yeah, it's definitely the best Ratchet and Clank game I've ever played.
Really, better than Crack of Time?
Yeah, I think Rivet's the star of the show, bro. Rivet's so freaking cool, man. She actually fits. It doesn't seem all SJW or.
So that's not woke. That was definitely not.
It doesn't. She doesn't seem woke, bro. It seems pretty decent. She's like. Yeah, I mean, it's not like she's like this power chick, bro. Like Abby, dude. She's like, I mean, like, yeah, she shows
Ratchet.
like her. It's a lot better. She's definitely well written, dude. I have a lot of props for Insomniac when it comes to Rivet and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. It was a decent experience. I did like the story. I did like the gameplay. I mean, they added enough to the gameplay to where it shook it up a little bit and made it. I mean, it wasn't a bad experience by any means, and it's definitely the loading in it is pretty fast. I mean, it's not like instant loading, but it is like fade to black, fade back up type stuff, LOL woke like Battlefield. Yeah, Genderfield 5. Oh gosh, dude, that Genderfield 5 was. But dude, that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. The only regret I have is I wish I didn't rush it so I could do a review. I wish I would have just taken a little more time with it and played it a little more. I tried to go back to it the other day and like try to collect collectibles and stuff, but it just doesn't feel the same going back to a game and playing it just to collect stuff as it does.
I like doing that though. I like doing that for games sometimes. Really? The games I like. That's what I'll do.
I mean, like my open world games, I can do that with. I can run around Assassin's Creed and.
I turn on a podcast. I start collecting everything.
Yeah.
I start listening to a podcast. I collect everything. Watch a stream. Collect everything.
Yeah, it's so hard. I feel like I just feel like I'm wasting my time when I'm running back there doing all that stuff without the story experience. I really appreciate story games, and I hope they never go away. That's why I'm okay now with paying the $70 price for Sony first party games, because I still want that experience. And it sounds like they're the only ones that are going to be making it for much longer.
And I don't think $70 is that much to ask for a video game experience that takes like tens of hours. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
sometimes
exactly, if it's an open world game and I get a lot of hours out of it, I don't necessarily feel like that's a bad. Or if it's got like a 30-hour story, I'm okay with that as too. But
I mean, you pay $15-$20 to go watch a movie that's 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I said that's how I was able to justify Ratchet and Clank and not feel bad about it, is because if I took my wife and the kids to a movie and we went and saw a Pixar movie, like an hour and a half, 2 hours, or whatever, and we got
some popcorn,
our tickets, and all our snacks and everything. Yeah, dude, we're well over $100, man. So yeah, I got my little over 10 hours of play on that.
Yeah.
The portals in Ratchet and Clank are still scripted. Yes, you are right, Kevin. They are definitely scripted, and that was the only part through the whole game, going through those rifts.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think there was another one where you're fighting a boss that you get shifted into a thing. Yeah, but everything was scripted, dude. You had no control over that whatsoever. There are some little crystals that you can hit that'll switch the world, but yeah, dude, that like fades to black and then it fades up, so it's not instant.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
but it was really good. They did definitely. I watched Black Widow last night, and it was pretty disappointing. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. I might watch. I'm just gonna wait till it comes to Disney Plus, dude. I'm cheap.
Right.
I mean, I've got Disney Plus with my phone service, so I just wait for him to come to that.
I saw A Quiet Place Part 2. Recently.
Oh yeah, so I watched a little bit of your video on that. Actually, you're all like doing little.
Go check my Black Widow review, guys. Go check.
I was like, oh gosh. Yeah, I'll just wait until it comes to Disney Plus. Welcome to the show, guys. Sir. Worth it to get a PS5 for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart? Oh boy, I don't know, man. I think it's worth it to get a PlayStation 5 if you got a PlayStation 4 Pro and you want to upgrade.
I'm getting a PS5 feel like for Ratchet and Clank.
Either way, upgrading from an Xbox One X to a Series X or a PS4 Pro to a PS4 or a PS5, completely worth the upgrade, man. Everything works better. Everything looks better. Everything it's like upgrading a graphics card. Yes, not all the portal. Yeah, I didn't say all of them were scripted, Jeff. I said there's crystals that you could hit that would switch
and
the world. But anytime you go from one world to another world, Jeff, those are scripted, dude. Every single one of them. You do have movement with Ratchet while you're flying through the portals. I mean, you do have control over him, but you do not have control over when you initiate that jump and when it goes.
There has to be a loading screen somewhere. They're just doing a good job of hiding it,
yeah, and that's what I said, Jeff. Those are the only ones that aren't scripted. Everything else was scripted. The ones that you like shoot your little thing and pull yourself closer into the world. Yeah, dude. I mean, is that really next gen, Jeff? Really? Do you believe that's like
It could have been on PS4. I feel like the Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I think with the scripted part in there, they could probably get Ratchet and Clank running on the PS4. Definitely going to be a little bit longer loading time. He's going to flip through the air 15 more times before he gets to the next world. But yeah, it's possible. The Ratchet game was sold as the second coming. Yeah, cabbage. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm surprised people hyped it up that much. I thought there was only Ratchet.
Oh no, dude, it's a PlayStation game, man. PlayStation games get so much hype.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing after. Like Returnal, so much hype, and then nothing.
And if you're like, oh, this game's way
like
too hard.
The next week, dude, nobody was talking about Returnal anymore.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank, dude, I don't really hear anybody like.
Well, because everybody beat it already.
Nobody's talking about it. Yeah, I mean, like I talk about it because because I paid $85 for it and I need something for my channel. No, I'm just joking.
Need some content.
I need some content, man. I need some more content, Ratchet. You freaking screwed me, man. I only got 205 views out of that. No, I'm just joking. Read my comment above about hiding loading screens. Of course, they are scripted. It's loading. It's just loading it very. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. If it was on PlayStation 4, Sev, I mean, don't you think Ratchet would have just flipped like 15 more times before he went through the thing, and then boom, there you go.
That's what they did with Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like,
Yeah,
it
dude,
just took
the
a little
loading,
longer.
they can hide that loading the same way. Graininess, Returnal 18, 1080p graininess. So, yeah, dude, that game looked pretty hit for $70, man. I was not happy. That completely turned me off. Like right when I saw that, I was like, "Are you serious, man? I just paid $75 for this, dude." I was like, "No."
I am getting my PS5 for Death Stranding.
Oh yeah, dude. Like that. There's like no other. I mean, if I was like sitting on the fence about getting a PlayStation 5 and they announced the Death Stranding thing, I'd have been like, okay, I got to find a PlayStation 5 now. Gotta have one.
That's 140 hours, man. I can't wait.
Okay, Jeff says it couldn't be on the PS4 with Aunt Madge's sacrifices. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be a different. I don't think it would be too much different though, Jeff. That PlayStation 4 Pro is pretty good, dude.
Don't you guys remember those movie license games that were different on every console? Like, depending on the console's powered.
Don't you guys remember playing Splinter and Cell, bro? When it first came out, it was completely different on PlayStation. Than it was on the Xbox.
They've done it before. They've downscaled, games for different consoles.
Godslayer wants to know which games we're most hyped for. Death Stranding Director's Cut.
That's the most,
on the PlayStation 5. On the PlayStation 5, the games that I know that are coming out on PlayStation 5 is freaking Death Stranding Director's Cut. I'm pretty hyped about that.
Yeah,
back to terrorize these fanboys. Well, welcome back, Darkest Hero. Why did you leave, man? I need that consistent stream quality, fellas. No, I'm just joking.
I'm not even looking forward to the next Horizon. I know that must be blasphemy to say, but like I kind of liked the first one. I wasn't crazy about it. Like
I'm looking forward to it just because I know I'm going to explore the shit out of that open world.
Yeah.
Story wise, I hope it's good. It seems like it'll probably be good. The first one wasn't too bad, but the first one was basically built like right here in like where I live in Utah. I mean, that's basically where they were, where they did the story for that was.
Nice.
Oh, I spend time with the little one.
Yeah, man. There's just so much like Far Cry 3 isms in Horizon. Like all these collectibles, all the hunting, the skinning to upgrades. It's like, I've played this on a lot of open world games.
Well,
like a lot of.
Well, I mean, like, but that's like the kind of thing that I like. I mean, I kind of do like how the open world model doesn't change that much, but at the same time, I do kind of want better. Like I said, I think that we're pretty much like every game that's coming out right now is all built on a certain template, and I feel like the only way they're going to improve that is with cloud computing, man. Like there's only so much data these consoles can run on a PC, or on a PC or a console, right? So much AI that they can compute at the same time. So if you've got like a data center off in the distance, completely building all of this AI and like functions and stuff like that, and then streaming it straight to your game while you're playing, I think that's going to change the experience more than anything that either one of these consoles are going to be able to put out natively. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I keep yawning.
You should grab a coffee, man. You should grab a coffee or a Red Bull.
I wake up so freaking early.
Yeah, I could tell.
It's that man job, dude. It's killing me. Ratchet and Clank was #1 for sales in the United Kingdom. Okay.
I bet.
Yeah, dude. It was
apparently the last Ratchet and Clank, the remake one, that was the best-selling Ratchet and Clank game they ever made. The remake.
He does it. Welcome to the show. I
would have put past him. Rift Apart sold really well.
Rift Apart was definitely a good game. I think it was a good game. $70 though for 10 hours is like, I don't know.
Maybe they should have did the whole $40, with the Ratchet & Clank remake. They made that $40.
I am a little hyped for Kenya Bridge of Spirits, Godslayer. I do want to play that game. It looks like something that's kind of cool. I like the way I like the visual aesthetic of that game, so definitely I want to play it. Alex is awesome. He's not a toxic fanboy. Yeah, he's pretty cool, man.
I just want my Sony. I just want my Sony PlayStation.
Yeah, never mind. California is 39.5 million apparently. Yeah, the UK.
Dollars?
Small.
Are we talking dollars right now? 35.
Oh no, the UK has what, like 59 million people or something? 60 million people.
I'm talking about people. Number of
5-hour energy. Yeah, yo, Jimbo, for sure. Huh? I drank a Dr. Pepper, man. Should have gave me the energy I needed. Rift Apart is 10 hours. Damn. Okay, I rushed through that game, Godslayer. You might get more time out of it. I beat it on the standard difficulty. So yeah, if you crank that difficulty up and you run it and you take your time with it, you could probably get 15 hours out of that game easy.
If you go for platinum, you probably gotta play it twice.
Yeah, so if you spend time exploring and doing all kinds of stuff, like doing all the side stuff that you can do while you're playing the missions, you could probably get that closer to 15 hours. It's definitely longer than the last Ratchet and Clank, by like a couple hours, easy.
There you go. And you got to think about it. It was a separate like team at Insomniac. It wasn't even like the main team. Yeah, the main team is working on.
So you had 3 teams at Insomniac that I know of. One was working on Spider-Man, Miles Morales. One was working on Spider-Man 2, and the other one is working on Ratchet and Clank. So there might be another PlayStation event on the 12th of August.
That's what I was hearing.
That everybody's talking about, like them showing more God of War and more, Forbidden West.
I can't believe they would have God of War ready to go right now. It's kind of hard to believe.
I mean, honestly, if they don't have anything to show for next year games this early, I don't know, man. I think they should have some. I think they should have at least. I was shooting for Tokyo Game Show for their next like big hurrah to like show us upcoming stuff. But how does Ori and the Will of the Wisp compare to Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart in your opinion? I think they are. I think they're both. I think they're both must. I can't really say must play, but I do appreciate. They're kind of different. D does it. One is a 2D side scroller. The other one is a 3D game. So it's really hard to compare those. But if you think about it, Will o' Wisps is a far cheaper game, and it runs native 4K 120 frames a second on Xbox Series X. So it's definitely a smoother experience, and it holds native. But I don't think it has ray tracing in it.
Yeah,
I still haven't played Ratchet and Clank. Welcome to the show, Game. How you doing, man? Good to see you. This is Alex. He is my PlayStation fan of the week.
Fanboy Anonymous. That's my Twitter handle, by the way.
We're gonna try to have people on here for Fanboys Anonymous. Every week. Alex might come back every week. No, I'm just
every week for the rest of our lives.
I have to. I tried to get Crap Gamer today too, guys, but unfortunately he's ignoring me on Twitter because he thinks I said something bad about him.
Okay.
I didn't say anything bad about him, but I just I'm gonna keep trying. I'll keep harassing him. Okay, I kind of liked Ori. It's okay. Yeah, Ori is a good game, dude. I liked Ori. Ori is a good game. If it's hard to recommend Ratchet and Clank at $70, but if you want to see, okay, this is the way I recommend Ratchet. If you being okay with the $70, if you want to see the absolute best looking game on your PlayStation 5 right now, there's nothing else I can recommend but Ratchet and Clank, bro. Ratchet and Clank is the best looking PlayStation 5 game out right now. You get Cuphead, I'm out. Oh, Craphead.
I'm also a long-time Ratchet and Clank fan, so I'm looking forward to playing it.
Yeah. You guys don't think it'd be funny if I had Crap Gamer on here, dude? Oh my gosh. I think it would be pretty interesting. Don't you guys think, man?
You'll remember that one. You'll remember that. What about the SSD expansion? Am I right?
The SSD expansion is definitely something. They said we might get new. The rumors are we might get news for it this month, but I don't know, dude. I'm so sick and tired of Returnal has a very addictive gameplay loop. A lot of Dark Souls fans love it. I'm not saying that the game wasn't fun, Jeff.
I haven't played it. I got no
I'm just saying that when I reviewed that game, when I bought it, it felt unbalanced, and it was and the visuals were pretty terrible, dude. At 1080p, man. You could see the 1080p all over that. I mean, it's 1080p was showing. Okay, it was showing.
Damn.
You should get Jeffrey Banks. I want to hear him defending Sony like a knight defending his castle. Oh man,
Demon Souls looked incredible though, for sure.
Yeah, Demon Souls looks great. See, my thing with Demon Souls, I wanted to experience Demon Souls at 4K 60 frames a second. What I got was 1440p at 60 frames a second.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh man, that was so freaking. It's so hard to look at that game at 4K now and then go back and play it at 60 frames a second. Yeah, dude, I didn't want to lose that much clarity and that much detail. I wanted to be able to play that at 60 frames. I wanted my cake and I wanted to eat it too. Okay,
as we all.
And that was that's. If it would have been 4K 60 frames a second, I could say, yeah, dude, this is definitely worth $70. But seeing as I have to choose, it sucks, man. It sucks. I hate having to be in that situation where, I can't have the best looking and the best performing at the same time. The rumored games Sony is making are the Order sequel, new SOCOM game, Resistance 4.
I could tell you the Order one's bullshit.
I did hear about the SOCOM one being made possibly by Guerrilla Games, but I don't know. I just want the first 3 games remade, and I'll be happy.
They still own the license for the Order, even though the defunct. I mean, they ended their deal with Ready at Dawn. They still have the license for the Order. So
I think Ready at Dawn is probably working on it, but they're working on it more as a.
They're not a Sony studio anymore, so I don't think they would be working on it.
I don't think Ready at Dawn ever was a Sony studio.
They were for the Order. They were for the Order.
Yeah, they were for the Order, but I don't think they were ever a first party.
Yeah.
Ready at Dawn has made games for everybody, I think, or they've made a lot for the PlayStation, but
yeah. But like the Order 1886, they would have had something like that.
Hold on, Jeff wants to know how often I play my. Are you asking me that, Jeff?
Fantastic game, by the way.
If I have my PlayStation 5 for just street cred, dude, I have a PSVR, bro. I'm a PlayStation fan, dude. Why would I have a PSVR if I wasn't a PlayStation fan, dude? Like, you think I just bought a PSVR for the street cred too, bro?
By the way, how is VR on PS5? Have you tried it?
Some games have been upgraded, like Blood and Truth. It does look better, but I need to get a new camera for it. My PS5 camera won't work, so I have to get another one of the old cameras. So I haven't been able to play it, basically. So
I'm waiting for them to announce the second VR.
That's supposed to be in this new PlayStation event that's supposed to be coming up here. They say the 17th or the 12th or something of August, but I don't know, dude. Oh, he's talking about you. Darkest Hero bought his PlayStation 5 to play true Sony $70 first party exclusives and couldn't find any, so he's been on Game Pass. Okay, that's just what happens. Things I have a PS5 for street cred when I have 2 PS5s. Why do you got 2 PS5s, man? Did one of them break?
Yeah, because of the storage space. You can have a certain amount of games on one and store some more on the other one.
Is it? I mean, if you're bashing one console over 60% of the time, then you a fanboy, not a neutral. No, Jeff. If there's things that Sony's doing right now that's pissing us off and not, making the experience that they promised, I'm over $1,400 into my PS5, Jeff.
Yeah, man.
I've played maybe 70 hours, bro. 70 freaking hours. So
that's why I waited.
If PlayStation is so damn great and all the games that they put out are just top quality, you got to have them. Explain why I've only played it for 70 hours, bro. Explain to me why every time I go to pick up a controller, I pick up my Xbox controller because I know there's something on there that I want to play. On the PlayStation, dude, I've beat everything that I've already bought except for Demon Souls. So I mean, like, what's the point, dude? Like, what's the point of getting on my PlayStation 5, dude?
Yeah, they aren't Death Stranding yet.
Stop focusing on Jeff and he won't trigger you. Oh, he's not triggering me. I'm just asking him, like, why? Yeah, exactly, man. There's no reason to, like, yeah, dude, that's the whole point of the show, man. There's no reason to worship either of these plastic boxes, dude. You just buy them and you play the games when they come out. As it sits, my PlayStation 5 is basically my exclusive console, dude. And that really sucks, man, because I used to spend a lot of freaking money on PlayStation, man. I used to buy all my third-party games there. I used to buy everything there. And now it's basically my exclusive console, dude.
I used to get so hyped for Sony's press conferences at E3, back in the day. So hyped for them.
Dude, they are like screwing. They're screwing us pretty bad right now by not keeping the hype train going, bro.
Right?
Like all of this stuff that everybody's all waiting for these like super surprises and stuff, and I mean, it's possible. I'm not going to deny that they won't do something, but at the same time, like Herman Hulst basically came out of that interview and poured water all over it, like cold water on it. Like, hey man, don't get too excited because we don't got nothing coming this year.
Yeah, and would he be lying? I don't know. I like Herman Hulst. I remember him from like the original Killzone game and shit like that.
I feel like Sony's trying to be more serious.
Yeah.
In a way, it's like they're not trying to over promise, but at the same time they're telling us like we believe in generations, but they believe in putting everything on the PlayStation 4 too.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of important everything in PC. We believe in generations.
We believe in you can have that on PlayStation 4 too.
Yeah.
I have over 20 PS5 games. Good, Jeff. That's a lot of money you've invested, my friend. That means you got everything, like Bug Snacks, and I don't buy all the kiddie games, Jeff. So,
well, he's getting all the multiplats on it then.
Yeah, multiplats. Oh yeah, multiplats too. See, I got everything on my Xbox, all the multiplats on my Xbox. So, yeah, you and me both. I have 2 PS5s. I have the DualSense charger, PS5 controllers. Yeah, I got all that stuff. The only thing I couldn't find the actual PlayStation. The PlayStation charger thing, so I had to buy Frog. You hear about the rumor of Bloodborne? Yeah, I heard about that. The director's cut. Get ready to pay for the upgrade pay. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's going to be like $49.99 for that one. They're like, yeah, man, Bloodborne, we can get $49.99 for 60 FPS. Now, if they give us 120 FPS, that would be really good. That'd be pretty good.
And by the way, I hope everybody at PlayStation Plus has been adding the PS5 games to your library every month because they've been giving out, even if you don't have a PS5 yet, you can still add to your library, guys. So you have a whole library. Say when you get the console.
Yeah, it's like I think it was 97 Jimbo with the last drop of the 74, and then Dark Souls 3 makes it 98. 98 games for FPS boost on the Xbox. Yes, they now do currently have more than 120 FPS games. But should we talk about the PlayStation 5 outperforming the Xbox Series X on Call of Duty Modern Warfare?
Yeah, sure.
You only missed the shark game? Yeah, dude, that shark game is pretty good though. That man-eater is pretty fun. Oh, yeah. I bought that one. I bought that the day it came out though, so it's definitely good.
Mm-hmm.
To be on original Bloodborne. If you have the PS5 version, it's $40, and if you oh gosh, man, yeah, I probably should have got some freaking coffee, guys. That shit's getting so expensive, man. I go and get those beans and brews every freaking day, man. They're like $6-7 now.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's ridiculous.
Rip off.
My wife got me hooked on them, man. I'm perfectly okay with just drinking a cup of black coffee, and she got me all hooked on this beans and brews, man.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Yeah, get the good stuff.
Xbox is more consumer friendly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can call whatever you want. They're just trying to get your money.
Did you play the Man-Eater yet?
No, I haven't played it yet.
It's like an RPG shark game.
Yeah, I've seen the game. I haven't played it yet.
I
played that Stranded Deep. Did you play that Stranded Deep game? It was like a survival game on an island. It was bad.
I did. I downloaded it and checked it out, and that 1080p crap. I was like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't play 1080p, man.
You have to go back to the PS3 generation.
Ever since Xbox One X got Slayer, I have went off digital. I don't buy any more discs.
Wow. Yeah, man. You're a risky man. You're a risky man. I love my discs. I love the boxes sometimes.
Game Pass. Yeah, I would definitely prefer those Mech Assault remakes as opposed to the one those freaking mechs in the new Mech Assault, dude. They look like the little toys that you get in those little bubble things when you put the 50 cents in them. All of them look bad, dude. They look terrible. Oh man, 1080p is a blurry mess. Yeah, 1080p looks terrible on 4K. Yeah. I really should have got a cup of coffee, man. Gosh dang.
1080p was like, I remember it being such a big jump from like the PS2 era to 1080p. Like, wow, it's never going to get better than this.
Yeah. Dude, 4K is amazing. I love it, dude.
Yeah, dude, 4K is so beautiful.
I love how good it looks.
And I see 8K sometimes, and like it's tough to really tell the difference sometimes, but
with the 8K, dude, I haven't seen I don't think there's any like real image or anything out that does a real 8K picture, because every time I go to Best Buy or something and I'm looking at them 8K screens, it looks exactly like it looked when I had a PS4 and I first got that 4K TV. It looks like a water painting, dude, if you're like really close to it.
Nice.
I feel you. LOL, too lazy to stand and put the disc in, but I'll get Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok physical. Maybe like the collector's editions, huh? I don't know.
Yeah, I like the steel cases. I like those steel books and stuff.
I guess I could start grabbing those, but then I got to buy 2 copies of it because I'm not going to sit and put the disc in every time I want to play the damn game, dude.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah. Yeah, digital's so convenient. I have 250 games on my PS4 Pro because I have the external like terabyte hard drive and everything. It's all just downloaded there. Right.
I think I got 269 on PS4 Pro and like 319 or 320 on Xbox. And mind you, that Xbox collection, I grew that shit in less than 4 years.
Damn.
And that's not counting all of the games with gold. They're in a different subcategory, man. Yeah. Like I grew that in like 4 years, bro. I've been buying so many damn games. It's unbelievable. I usually buy basically every third-party game right the day it comes out, and then like when I'm bored and I'm going through the store, then I start buying all the other stuff too.
I go to the deals section. Anything under $20, if it's slightly interesting,
it gets put to
the cart. Yeah, it's just straight up get it.
Start buying them. Gears Tactic launched on the Series X and S on release day. It's considered, it is a AAA actually, but not if you ask Crap Gamer. They haven't launched a game in what is it, 600 and blah blah blah. Gosh, dude. He doesn't think they've launched a game. I think Gears Tactics is a AAA game. It looks freaking amazing, man. Yeah, I would have to say that. Oh, gosh, damn, dude, this freaking yawning shit. I would definitely have to say that I do like the sound on the Xbox more than the PlayStation 5. The only thing on the PlayStation 5 that I've noticed is that sound that comes through the damn controller. That kind of sometimes it sounds all right, but most of the time it just sounds like crap, dude, because it's that little speaker in your controller. Like when I'm playing WRC9 on there, I can hear like the rocks crunching through the controller, and it doesn't sound good. It sounds kind of stupid.
Can you turn it off?
Yeah,
for sure. Right?
Yeah. You have to turn the triggers and everything's off.
Tactics on par with God of War Horizons.
Yeah, that's what I was just reading too.
I don't think so. I don't.
Hey Jeff, think about this for a minute, okay? I used to manage a video game store. Okay, I used to manage Game Crazy. My PlayStation rep was by far the most generous out of the Xbox and the Nintendo rep. If you pushed PlayStation content, they would hook you up. So when it comes to like PlayStation games getting like phenomenal scores, bro, I don't know, dude. I mean, give me a whole bunch of free stuff. I'm more inclined to say nice things about your stuff, bro.
Everyone's got an agenda.
I've been on that side, bro. I worked retail. I was a store manager, dude. I didn't have to pay for PlayStation games. I got PlayStation games early. I got demo PlayStation games that hadn't even been announced early, bro. I've been inside the little loop when it comes to PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, and they are by far the most generous when it comes to people that push their stuff. So if you want to believe like the scores and stuff, man, go ahead, dude. Like, I'm not saying that PlayStation games aren't good, because I obviously like them and play them. But when it comes to like these scores and stuff that like everybody's like, oh, they're the greatest and stuff, I don't know, man. Take that with a grain of salt, bro.
And by the way,
all I'm saying. And that's like personal experience.
If Sony's watching this, I'll gladly give you a review of God of War. If you give me an early copy, I'm glad to give you a 10 out of 10 review.
PlayStation's probably never going to send this channel free content, bro. I mean, I love PlayStation. I love their games and stuff, but I don't believe that they're going to send me. I don't know, man.
Maybe one day. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They will.
You've got to be like, I don't remember ever having to sign like an NDA, like when they gave me games that they hadn't even announced yet to like play. And back then it wasn't like they give you a code and you go download it. It was literally on a disc, bro. So like I would get the disc and I would be able to play it, and then I would have to give it back. But or let like my assistant or something play it. None of our other employees could play it, just me and the assistant. We were the only two that could, have access to this content. But yeah, dude, I used to get all kinds of freaking cool stuff from my PlayStation rep, dude. I hate hearing people through the damn controller. Yeah, dude, that's so annoying.
Yeah, I worked at a GameStop too, and yeah, you would see that stuff all the time. Like,
yeah, like your boss, dude, they would get like free consoles, they would get free stuff, dude. I mean, like they give you free TVs and shit, bro.
They would throw out shit. They were getting so much free shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they were.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, especially with Sony, because they make TVs too. They would give you free TVs.
Managers would get the best shit.
The more stuff you pushed of their stuff, dude, the better it was, man. It was like they were pretty good. Patrick, welcome to the show, my friend. Wait, what? You managed a video game store? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think that just because they gave me the free stuff, I'm just saying that if you push their stuff, they're more generous. So you always want to take everything with a grain of salt, because technically they could be like, who knows if they're not like paying freaking, I mean, like just to be able to get early copies of PlayStation stuff, bro. I'm pretty sure you have to, yeah, dude, there's like they're not going to just give anybody like free stuff to like try out for them, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying that you probably want to take that with a grain of salt.
And they pick and choose who they want to like, give promotional stuff to. Anyway,
you give them a bad score, dude, and they might not ever send you a freaking review code again, dude.
You know who Colin Moriarty is? Like he used to be like
oh yeah, from like IGN or
like PlayStation totally cut him off because of like the bad shit he got into with Twitter and stuff.
Yeah,
and he was a huge supporter of PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just the way it goes, man.
They pick and choose to giving shit to.
No, Destin has his personal channel. Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, damn. Who's boring?
God.
The God Slayer.
The God Slayer.
Yeah, dude, I don't think just them giving you free games is going to be like, you're going to go give them a freaking good review, bro. No, I'm pretty sure that like Sony's the market leader for a reason. Okay, Sony has built up a lot of goodwill over the years, especially like with places like retail, you know, reviewers, stuff like that. They build up goodwill, and you want like it's something about Sony. Okay, like when your Sony rep comes, because you know they're good. It's like you almost want to like do more to like make them happy and stuff. You know what, if that makes sense. So I don't think they're inadvertently like out there like straight up just paying for good reviews. Like I don't like Sony's not that way, but it's just a way of like how generous Sony can be. It makes you feel more inclined to be just a little bit nicer, like you play Ratchet and Clank and you're like, man, this game's a solid 80. But then PlayStation's like, oh yeah, well here, take these movie tickets and this and blah, and you're like, well, I guess Ratchet and Clank's like an 86, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. I don't think they're paying for reviews, but you want to be once you're in Sony's good graces, you kind of want to stay in Sony's good graces. Yeah. So yeah, their games are going to be a lot better.
Actively are trying to stay in their good graces.
I'm an average gamer. I play my games. I buy my games. I played Ratchet and Clank, and I told you guys, yeah, man, it's the best, the best Ratchet and Clank game I've ever played, and that's true. And anybody that plays that Ratchet and Clank is going to have that same feeling, like, yeah, it was pretty good, but I mean, it's not a 10 by any means. It looks good. I mean, it's definitely the best looking game on your PlayStation, but it's not. I mean,
it's not a perfect game.
It's not a perfect game, man. It's a damn game.
Yeah.
Just saying, God of War got an honest score. Yeah, I'm pretty sure God of War, because like I pretty much felt that God of War was high, like the highest point for the God of War series. It kind of blew me away, to tell you the truth. I was not expecting what I got, and what I got was a damn good story with pretty decent combat mechanics. I mean, I'll tell you what, at first with the axe, I didn't really love it. But then once I got the Last of Us Part 2 I don't think the Last of Us 2 score was worth it. But once I got the Blades of Chaos back, God of War started feeling a lot better. It started feeling a lot better to me. Like the axe kind of just was like, I don't really like this, but if you got Ratchet for 40 and 8 at best, if you paid 70, it's like a 6 or. I don't think the cost of it, LK, really goes into what the score would be, because I think
if you got for free, how would you think about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think Ratchet and Clank was a good experience for the most part. Like, do I think it's worth $70? No, I think $60 would have been a fair price. Returnal, I feel like $50 would have been a fair price for that game.
Yeah, we talked about God of War for a second, because there was did you ever see Corey Borlaug see the reviews to that game, and he started crying and everything because he thought it wasn't going to work. He thought like the whole game they were making was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like they were going away from the God of War formula. That's nothing like any other God of War game.
Yeah, it's definitely like God of War is probably my favorite PlayStation 4 first party exclusive of last generation by far. Like, Death Stranding too. Okay, so I'm not going to use Death Stranding in that, because Death Stranding, Kojima is not a first party Sony developer. But when it comes to like the first party games last generation for PlayStation, it would be God of War, Uncharted 4, Bloodborne, and then I don't know, man. I get lost. I get lost from there, bro. It's hard. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima was pretty freaking good, but then again, so was.
I did like Last of Us 2. I just thought the detail was pretty incredible.
Far down there. By the way, earlier you were recommending cranking up the difficulty for Ratchet and Clank to get the game to last longer. That's a way to artificially stretch out a game's length. Shouldn't have to do. Yeah, that's true. I wish that Ratchet and Clank would have just went longer on the story itself, dude. I would have been much happier. Returnal, you just got to get the hang of it. It's my favorite PS5 exclusive. Only game this gen I like better than
Resident Evil 8.
I like better is probably RE8. Dude, I love RE8. Patrick, I wanted to like Returnal. I really did want to like Returnal, but the fact that I spent 10 freaking hours in that first biome because the game was so it didn't feel balanced to me. And like maybe you didn't have the same problem I did, but as soon as I went to those rooms with the stars above them and I beat one of those rooms, the game was just so unbelievably freaking hard after that it didn't feel balanced, dude. I mean, like I'm in the first biome and I hadn't made it back to the boss dude in like 5 hours after I went through that door. It felt broken to me. So now that it did get that it did get a balance patch and it does feel a lot better. I was able to make it back to that boss like 3 times in a row. So it does feel a lot more balanced now, but damn, I bought another game and I had to delete it from my PlayStation again because I didn't have any more room. So if I get back to it, I mean, eventually, but I don't see myself going out of my way to re-download it just to play it. You know what I mean? Like I might eventually get around to it. I mean, I did pay full price for it, so I probably will eventually go back to it, but I don't know, man. Going on a beer run. Be right back. Oh, well, have fun. How much you pay should go into your score of the game.
Personally, man, I don't really agree with that. Because I feel like one of the greatest like video game experiences I ever had was like Journey. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, I would have paid like $100 for that game. Like there's just what I got out of it after playing it for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Was more than what I got out of fucking Modern Warfare 2.
I kind of feel like both of you guys got a point. I don't necessarily think that the price paid for the game should be like part of the score, but it should also be
a factor.
I do factor in, like the worth of it, like if the game was good enough, to get that, but it doesn't necessarily affect my rating when I rate a game. But I do talk about like, well, I don't think it was worth that price. You know what I mean? Like when I do review, if the game is like $70 like Returnal and I feel like it was a $50 experience, like I'm not gonna put in my score, well, I felt it was a $50 experience, so I'm gonna give it like a 7. I mean, that never occurred to me to do that. I just would, when I do my reviews, that never occurred to me that the pricing should be a part of the score. So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Because the reviewers are getting the games for free, right?
It depends. Like I had to pay for mine to review it.
So, big reviewers. The guys getting.
I've gotten 2 review codes for this channel since I've had it, and the only reason I got those review codes is because I had the Twitter followers. I had more than 500 Twitter followers because my channel only had like 130 followers at that time. Cost is a factor if it was priced at 60. Yeah, I definitely do. I do think that cost is a factor, but I just never really tied that to its score.
So if Ratchet Clank was 60, it would have scored higher. It says 70. Is that what we're talking about? Kind of lost.
I listened to a podcast a while back where the guy was talking about Bloodborne corrupting their PS4 save file, and listeners were commenting, "It's a great game. You could just start over." Dude, that's one of those games, man, that like the one thing about PlayStation 4 and their damn save files. This is one of the things I hate about PlayStation. Dark Souls 3. I beat this game. I deleted it off my old PlayStation 4 or whatever because I needed space. When I downloaded it again and I started the damn game again, it completely freaking screwed up my save because I started the game before I went in and manually downloaded my save again. That sucks. I pre-ordered, then I canceled it, then I pre-ordered again, then I canceled it. Seeing some videos and said, no. Oh yeah, dude, The Last of Us 2, I did play through the game. I didn't completely love it and I didn't completely hate it, but
God damn, does it look good though? God damn, does it look good?
It was probably one of
Gutting people.
I think God of War looked pretty good,
now.
but I do think that The Last of Us 2 animation and
it's brutal. It's
everything
brutal
looked
shit.
It did look a lot better.
Yeah. Like if you guys are looking for some like graphic violence, I think Last of Us 2 should think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that game did definitely have some pretty graphic violence. I mean, like the animations in that game just look so good. But you got to understand, Sony has
7 years.
Sony has access to Hollywood motion capture, motion artists, and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's really good. The
they have a team that actually goes through each game and like fixes these animations and stuff and makes them better. They own, how many movie studios and stuff too. Dude, the story for The Last of Us 2 is so heavy to take.
Yeah,
God of
Last of Us 2 will make you depressed. Like,
yeah, The Last of Us 2, the story was like, gosh, dude, it was. I don't think it was all over the place, but it just wasn't like. I don't feel like that was written for me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a young teenage lesbian, and I'm not a buff chick. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
I'm both of those things.
Like it went like completely woke. I mean, I was fine with it or whatever. I mean, I can't play a game like Tomb Raider and then be like, no, man, I ain't playing The Last of Us 2 because chicks. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. But I mean, I gave it a chance, bro, and I played it, and I didn't think it was a horrible story. Yeah. I didn't think it was like earth shattering or anything, but I would say my honest opinion for The Last of Us 2, I would give that game a good solid 7. A 7.
One for every year they worked on it.
You got 1 point for every year you worked on this game, dude, because it took forever. and I mean, I think I think a 7 is fair for that game. I mean, the first one was probably an 8. I mean, and the second one's like a 7, dude. I wasn't never really that into The Last of Us or the story or any of that. So, it was like
most people would say the first Last of Us is like 9 or 10. It's like a masterpiece type thing, and that's why Last of Us 2 isn't like regarded that well because it has so much to live up to.
Yeah,
after that first game,
definitely true.
And sales wise, Last of Us 2, I think it was like 4 million units compared to like Last of Us remake, which did 10 million. 10 million, wild.
I like Days Gone, Jeff. It's so hard for me to play that game because it doesn't feel like the story just doesn't feel cohesive to me where I'm at in it. I'll tell you, I'm still trying to get the damn wolf meat for what's his name? Boner.
Is he hurt with the arm?
Yeah, he's hurt right now.
Oh my god!
I still haven't went and got his meat for him because I don't.
God, you're early.
I don't even know, man. I start playing it and I'm like, gosh, I just don't want to play this game. I'm so sick and tired of zombie games that I'm just like,
it gets fun with the herds when you have to take out all the herds. That's like late.
But I've already had my fill with World War Z on the herds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, dude, do I really want another herd game? That I can't play with a friend and just mow them all down. You know what I mean? That's just kind of where I'm at. Yes, we need another Drake.
Yeah, is it going to be his daughter?
Probably. Dude. Oh gosh, they're going all woke, bro. I mean, like it is what it is, but we already have a female Tomb Raider, bro. Her name is Lara Croft. If the story was better, what would you have rated it? The story for The Last of Us 2, if it was a different story and like I don't know. I mean, I definitely would have rated it higher. I mean, the story does have a lot to do with it. Everything else, visuals. In my opinion, it lost points because it was only 1440p, and that's Sony's fault for cheaping out on the PlayStation 4 Pro. They did that to themselves, especially after getting me used to 4K with games like God of War. So if it would have been a better story, like if it would have been a whole story about like say Abby, just Abby, or Ellie, if it would have just been like a coherent story with just the one of them. I don't know. It might have been better. I definitely liked Abby's story more than I liked Ellie's story in that game. So,
yeah, dude, that's the thing. Like people going into that game were trashing Abby like crazy on the internet.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even start liking Abby until about halfway through her story. Once that boss that you fight in the bottom of the freaking in the hospital.
King. Rat King,
yeah, dude.
Oh,
when you fight the Rat King, that's when I started caring about Abby, and I was like, you know what, dude, I like Abby. Abby's actually pretty freaking cool, bro.
Yeah, her movements are cool too.
I'm sure eventually, Jeff, I'm gonna go back 2 Days Gone and finish it because I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's getting a PS5. Is it? Are you playing on PS5 right now?
60 FPS update for PS5. Like I'm eventually gonna go through it and finish it, but I'm just so over zombies, man. I played like World War Z and The Last of Us 2. Yeah, dude, zombies are just. I've been playing zombies since like 1996, bro.
I mean, yeah, zombies in games is a very, drawn out thing. It's in everything.
Yeah, I mean, Darkest Hero says 10 out of 10 on the first game. When it comes to Last of Us, dude, like an 8 for me, man. I liked it. I thought it was cool and all. I didn't play it until the
sales figures. It's fucking mind blowing. Yeah.
Yeah. I know it was pretty popular with a lot of people, and it was probably one of the first best story games of the generation. I did like it, but I played that back when it first came out on PlayStation 4 after it got the updated version. So, I mean, if I just played it like the other day and just finished it, my score would be higher. But from what I remember, I mean, it was a pretty decent journey.
Did you play the multiplayer? Did they have multiplayer?
I didn't play no multiplayer in that game. You know what, man?
Super weird, but fun.
I'm just trying to relive these events in my mind, like I remember when I got to like Salt Lake City and I was like, whoa, dude, that looks cool, and there's like the giraffes and stuff there. I mean, the story was pretty decent. Like I did like it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard for me to go above an 8 on that game. You should have brought.
What's a 10 out of 10 game for you?
Rick, 10 out of 10 game for me is The Witcher, dude. Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is like a 10 out of 10. Let's see what else. I would say Assassin's Creed Odyssey, dude, because I love that game, but
Black Flag for me is 10.
I can't give that one a 10 out of 10 either, just because of the fact that if they would add full motion like cutscenes and stuff like they did in Origins, then I probably could have. But that right now as it sits, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is my highest rated Assassin's Creed Odyssey at about a 9. Yeah. And then, gosh, dude, I rarely give out a 10 or a 10, dude. I do. I mean, the game has to like really be super good.
I think Arkham City is my 10 out of 10.
Arkham City's pretty dang good, but
it's so tight, it's very tight.
If it got, I'll tell you what, dude, if Arkham City comes out with a next gen 4K 60 frames a second update, I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
You know they will. You know they're gonna do that shit.
I saw, dude, there was advertising with the Arkham City with the is it Arkham City or is it Arkham Knight?
Arkham Knight is the newest one.
Arkham Knight would had the XS badge on it, so that might be getting upgraded. I think Valhalla is pretty good game as well. I do like Valhalla God Slayer, just not as much as I liked Odyssey. I'm more into the Greek mythology than I am to the Vikings. So
I still like the pirate one, the Black Flag one. That's still my favorite. I like all the Assassin's Creeds.
RDR2. I liked Red Dead Redemption 2, JP, but dude, I could. There's no way I could give that game a 10 out of 10, man.
A 9 out of 10?
Yeah, 9 out of 10. But it was a slog thrust.
Yeah, once you get to that game, it's pretty slow.
It just got to the point where I just wanted it to finish. And if I'm playing a game and I just want it to finish, yeah, dude, that's not a good experience.
There was a whole mission where you're fishing in that game.
Yeah. Witcher 3, Witcher 3 for me is my favorite game. Like it's sitting at number 1, dude, comfortably. Like I love that game. The reason why I give Witcher 3 a 10 out of 10 is because I played through this game like 3 times already, and my experience all 3 times has felt fresh. if that makes sense. Like when you do things in a different way, like I think there was like I had 3 different outcomes with the Red Baron dude himself. Like one's
Right.
like he hangs himself. I'm like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that, bro. I thought I did everything pretty close to the way I did it the last time, but no, I guess I screwed something up, and like the wife leaves or something, and he kills himself or something. So I was like, whoa, dude, that was freaking intense. So yeah, that was on the last playthrough.
Nice.
Assassins is going to India. The lead character is going to be the owner of a 7-Eleven. Of 20.
Did you talk about what you thought of State of Play?
Which one?
Did you talk about what you thought of State of Play?
Oh yeah,
what stood out to you the most of that one? What game was it? Death Stranding?
It was Death Stranding for me, dude. Death Stranding was the one that, like, once I saw that, I was like, yeah, dude, I could give them a B on this one because they're telling me when I can get that next.
New story missions.
Oh, the State of Play. Yeah, what did you think of the State of Play?
I liked like 3 games out of it. The fucking
that Hunter's Arena and Death Stranding was basically
Lost Judgment. I don't know if you remember
Lost
that
Judgment.
game.
I already knew about that game
but it looked cool.
Yeah, I bought the first one on Xbox, so I'm going to buy the second one on Xbox as well.
Yeah. That caught my eye. Yeah, I don't like Deathloop though. I think Deathloop's going to be like another.
Yeah,
game.
I'm not interested in Deathloop at all. Really,
I don't know anybody who is really.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really heard anybody. I mean, there was a couple people on Twitter. You know, I was like, "There's always that one guy," and like maybe 3 or 4 of them said, "Oh, I'm one." So Red Dead 2 is a 9. Too many of the same kind of missions. Yeah, dude, that's where I'm sitting with that as a 9. About a 9 for Red Dead 2. I mean, the game looks beautiful. Everything is great. I love the setting. I love the cowboy theme. You know, everything like that. So, I thought it was pretty good. It's just where it starts getting into the story or whatever. The story, I
do like the ending when
I do like. Yeah, I
Arthur
did
dies.
like. I got that ending.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good, but damn, it just took too long. Yeah, the State of Play was. I think the State of Play was B because they announced one of my favorite games, dude, Death Stranding Director's Cut. So I'm happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
God of War 2018 is
can't
my
forget
favorite
Moss
game of all time. God of War 2018 is pretty dang good, man.
Solid game. But yeah, Moss 2.
Off in a minute. Hi.
Okay, well, your dinner's done, so.
Okay. All right.
Let's go do it, guys. Let's go do it, guys.
Oh no. I love Kratos and Atreus. Yeah, I did. I like that part of it too. Was only designed to stop indie devs from complaining. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, you heard her. I'm done.
It's a great stream.
Yep. See you guys on the next stream, and we'll have Alex back whenever he wants to come back, guys.
For sure. A lot of fun.
Thanks for coming tonight. Thanks for chatting with us. We appreciate you staying all the way through, Jeff. We do appreciate you. I know that things can get pretty heated, you know, when the plastic box war or whatever, dude. But you don't need to really have a. I don't know, man. You can have your favorite, but there's no reason. There's no reason to really hate on somebody else for liking what they like, man. It's just stupid, dude. I mean, it's the developers that make the games. It's not the damn Xbox or the PlayStation. It's the developers. And if you're closed off to just one side, you're going to miss a whole nother. You're going to miss a lot of other great experiences. Whether just because they don't look as good as the PlayStation exclusives doesn't mean they're not good games. So that's something that I have learned over the last few years. And if that's anything you're going to take from this show tonight, I hope that is it. So we appreciate you. You guys have a good night.
Good night, guys.